Welcome to this online course about French real estate, specifically the French real estate buying process. My name is Pierre Guilloury and I'm a licensed broker in the south of France. I'm a property finder, meaning I work for buyers, and I've been active since 2010, mostly with English-speaking customers. People like you, I guess. I mean, you could be one of my customers, right? So I take it you're interested in buying French real estate and in learning about the process before you start your search, or maybe you've already started your search and you're increasingly confused because, well, okay, things can get a bit complicated. Not necessarily horror story level complicated, but nonetheless, I agree that a small mistake in real estate can be worth a lot of money. And sometimes you don't even know you've made that mistake and wasted that money. So I understand your situation and I can help. So the search. It all starts with information. That's why you're watching this, aren't you? There's a lot of it on the web, but see, that's the problem, in my opinion. Because it's just info put together by people who may or may not know what they're talking about stuff that may or may not be relevant to your situation. Okay, it's all free, but hey, you get what you pay for. Very often, what you get is just generic content pushed to you by people only looking to sell you listings and sell you a house. It's pretty much all promotional stuff. It's not what you're looking for. I know that you're looking for useful advice. You're looking for what I call actionable and process-oriented information and coaching. Right, that's jargon, okay. I used to be consultant, see? Sorry, but I'm trying to make a point here. As a buyer's agent with 14 years experience, I know the type of questions you ask. I know the questions that you don't know you should ask. And crucially, I know that the whole thing to you is an unfamiliar process in a different language. So possibly a bit unsettling. And that's why you could do with a bit of help. And I think I can provide that help. I want to do that, by answering as many questions as possible in plain English, and by showing how to put everything together in a structured step-by-step way, hence this course, which is completely action-oriented. For each topic, I ask myself, is this really something that's going to help them in their search, or is this just nice to have stuff? My aim is to provide practical advice you can use in the real world. The whole thing, the course, is about 3.5 hours long or more, depending on your approach and learning rhythm. In each part, there are up to 15 sections and quizzes at the end of each section. Those are there to just make sure that you take it all in, but you can skip them if you want. So let's dive in. The course is organized in 3 parts. Firstly, you need to understand the French context. I call that Discover France for a foreigner looking to buy and stay. It covers geographical and administrative info, visa issues for those of you coming from outside the EU, the transportation situation and the health system, and the French real estate market. Those are facts and figures which won't be immediately useful, but will help set the stage so you can put things in perspective later. Then, part 2 is about the theory of the buying process. In part 2, you'll learn about agents in France, the difference between listing agents and buyer's agents. You learn about different valuation methods, and I will share with you the method I use, and I'll provide some examples. You will also learn about inspections. Well, they're called diagnostics here, what they are, what they're not. You'll learn about the peculiarities of the buying process in France. You learn the legal process, the contracts, the lawyers. You'll also learn about how to think about the ownership structure of your property to take into account estate and inheritance issues. You'll learn about money transfers, so that if your cash is not in euros, you don't waste or overspend in transfer fees. You will learn about what taxes you will have to pay, to whom and when. Once you've completed this part, you will have the necessary background info to start the project. Part 2 is the theory again. Part 3 is putting things together, starting your own search. It's the most important part. It's the reason you're watching this, right? The reason I've structured the course this way is that I think it's best to separate theory from action so that you can be efficient and focused when you get down to it. So in part 2, you learn about the context, and in part 3, you zoom in onto the organization and logistics of your search with minimum wasted attention about generalities. Well, that's the idea. So, it all starts with your wish list. Really important, the wish list. Decide what you're looking for, what features you 100% require, and what you could do without. Talk it through with your partner, because you don't want to find out at the last minute that one of you is actually not completely on board with this particular property. The wish list, it's the map, the rest is tactics. How to use French listings, what they mean, what info is usually missing from them, how to engage with listing agents, how to handle negotiations, how to handle notaires, how to review the legal documents, how to possibly hire a translator even if you speak proper French. Later, how to take ownership of the property, how to set up utilities, how to go and meet the neighbors. And we'll also discuss renovating the house, managing the property, short-term rentals. That's not for everybody, but why leave money on the table, money that could pay for the upkeep of the house? We'll also talk about how you really need to think about learning French and about the psychology of buyers and sellers. So, to recap, this course aims to 1. Help you learn about the French real estate context and the buying process for a foreigner like you. 2. Help you zoom in on the perfect property for you and build your short list of houses to go and visit. And 3, last but not least, help you plan and implement your project. When you buy the course, you have unlimited access to the material, including from your phone, which is handy when you're on the ground. No time limit, and I will update things as we go, quite possibly improving it regularly with support documents and checklists to download and use. All action focused. You can purchase each part independently, or you can buy a package including a 90-minute bonus video consultation with me, so you can discuss your own project. Each part costs 160 euros, and the package, that's 3 parts, and the consultation is 360 euros, which is, I guess, a saving of 20%. I know it's way more expensive than all the free stuff you find online, but so is the advice of an experienced lawyer. Think of it this way. How much will your next house hunting visit going to cost? I believe you should be making the most of it by being as ready as you can be, and I know that this course will help you be ready. To get started, just click on the link below this video, which will take you to the service provider I use for the course, and you'll be able to sign up, pay, and start the journey. Before you go, let me add two things. One, if you want to learn more about me before buying, we can have a chat over the phone or video. Just tell me when and we'll set it up at no charge, of course. And two, if you dispute the value of the course after you have completed it, well, I'll give you your money back. How's that? Alors voilà, bonne chance. Good luck with your project. And well, think about it. Don't leave it to chance. That's why you're here. You want to get organized, you want to plan. I can help. See you soon.